We had an amazing few days in Seoul, and it was time for the next adventure in Busan. This video walks you through the first couple of days in this stunning coastal city. Let's explore! We started the morning by heading to the Suseo station to catch the SRT, one of Korea's high-speed bullet trains, and grab something to drink before the ride. It's similar to the KTX, but we chose the SRT because it was closer to our hotel in Gangnam, and it was a little cheaper and even faster. We grabbed a small bite to eat since the SRT doesn't serve food, then we headed to the platform. Our train to Busan was already waiting. It was pretty spacious and very quiet inside. The train left right on time. We passed through a 31-mile-long tunnel, the longest tunnel in all of Korea. And then the scenery opened up into beautiful fields, small towns, and different cities along the way. First-class tickets weren't that much more expensive, so we decided to upgrade. It wasn't that luxurious, but it was definitely more comfortable and quiet. 2.5 hours later, after speeding across the country at nearly 190 miles an hour, we finally arrived in Busan.
Oh my gosh, we've arrived in Busan. It was a nice trip, right? Super easy, very comfortable, very quiet, and on time. On time. I think that was the best train ride we've ever taken.
Once we got there, we grabbed a taxi, which is surprisingly affordable in Korea. It makes getting around super convenient, especially when you're carrying luggage or hopping between neighborhoods. This is Gwangan Bridge, the second longest bridge in Korea, and one of my absolute favorites. We checked into the Grand Josun, perfectly located right in front of Haeundae Beach, just steps from the sand, and tons of amazing restaurants, cafes, and bars on the other side. We'll share a full review of this hotel in another video. Haeundae is the most famous beach in Korea, stretching almost a mile, and it gets more than 10 million visitors every summer. By the way, the beach was already closed for the season when we visited in late September. It was really lovely to walk alongside the beach. What a lovely evening it is.
Wow, Busan is so different from Seoul, like completely different world. And Haeundae feels amazing. It's very windy though, right?
It's beautiful. It kind of has like this Miami vibe in that it's like a city like right on the beach, but it's definitely not Miami.
Like not that crazy.
Not that crazy. I don't know. It's really cool. I really like it here. Way different from Seoul. Yeah, like the only thing that's similar is that everyone's speaking Korean. Oh, and the weather is so nice right now.
Yeah, totally.
We walked about 25 minutes along Haeundae Beach to get to Haeunmaru Hoetjip. This place is a real local seafood jam that doesn't even show up on Google. I'll leave the information in the description below. We chose to sit outside because the view was simply unbeatable. It was so beautiful. And it kept getting better as the sun slowly set over the sea. They offered 3 different set menus and individual dishes. And we went with the mid-priced option at 80,000 won, or about $55 per person. At first, we thought it was a little bit pricey, but we quickly realized that it was money well spent. The meal started with lots of appetizers and banchan. Everything tasted incredibly fresh. And of course, we had some live octopus. It's not actually alive, but the nerves are still active, which makes it look like it's alive. Then, I had the best 물회 I've ever tasted. 물회 is sashimi served in an icy, spicy, savory, sweet, and tangy sauce. And this one was unbelievably refreshing and packed with flavor. You can really tell that they use high-quality ingredients. For the main course, you get to build your own sushi with pre-shaped sushi rice, assorted sashimi slices, samjang, and a variety of banchan. We've never had anything like this before, and it was super fun and really, really delicious.
Then eat it like this.
Everything was so delicious, and we were so incredibly full. And somehow, the food kept coming. And the abalone was unbelievably soft.
The best abalone we've ever had. It's so soft.
Hands down, like no exaggeration, best abalone I've ever had.
The grilled yellow croaker was delicious. So tender and
Is it
full
good?
of flavor. And the shrimp tempura, even though I was already so full, was incredible.
The shrimp tempura is one of the best. It's so soft and sweet.
You might need a translator app, some pointing at the
What do you
menu,
think?
and a little sense of adventure.
Really good.
But honestly, that just adds to the charm. If you're a seafood lover, you should absolutely try this spot. It was one of our favorite meals in Busan. It was already dark by the time we finished the dinner, and the night view of Haeundae was beautiful. I don't know, maybe we underestimated Busan. We walked to our next stop for a drink, passing lots of shops along the way, including Olive Young, my favorite shop, and plenty of souvenir shops. This place had so many cute things. Look at these. These are something that I don't really need, but definitely wanted to buy. We never realized Busan had so many skyscrapers. 8 of the 10 tallest skyscrapers in Korea are located in Busan.
So many
I had no
skyscrapers
idea.
here. So we're on our way to this vinyl bar.
On Google, it's Vinyl Pub Muse On. On Naver, it's Muse On Vinyl Pub.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. It's like a Korean name.
We headed over to a bar called Vinyl Pop Muse On, which is located in the same Haeundae neighborhood. It's a bar filled with speakers, the vintage ones, vacuum tubes, old school tuners, turntables, and of course a DJ. Seriously, we really loved the vibe of this bar. It felt like an audio museum filled with all kinds of high-end sound systems. Super cool. You can order cocktails through their app, which isn't necessarily my favorite way to order, but it's actually pretty handy if you're worried about language barriers. The cocktails might not be the highlight here. The real fun is that you can request songs as long as they are from the 80s. David and I requested a few tracks, including some David Bowie and classic Korean pop from that era. It was a perfect nostalgic way to wrap up our first night in Busan. Honestly, if you're into 80s music, you'll love this place. You can request your favorite songs while enjoying your favorite cocktails. What a great way to
Cheers.
wrap up the night.
Wow, this is like one of the coolest bars ever. Now we are at the Jagalchi seafood market.
When you're in Busan, you have to visit Jagalchi Fish Market. We came here especially because we wanted to pick our own seafood for lunch. Jagalchi Fish Market is actually the second largest seafood market in all of Asia. There are countless vendors selling every kind of seafood you can ever imagine.
So overwhelming.
Just wandering around and seeing everything up close is such a fun experience.
Oh my gosh, it's so fast.
Surprisingly, the market is super clean and doesn't have that strong fish smell that you might expect. They do an amazing job keeping the whole place pleasant and easy to walk through.
Really tasty as well.
But the best part was choosing your own seafood and having it cooked for you upstairs. We chose a few types of seafood, including king crab and octopus, all live and insanely fresh. Prices are regulated across the market, so you don't have to worry about getting ripped off. Just go with the vendor who looks the freshest and friendliest. The process is super seamless. The vendor brings your seafood upstairs, seats you at a table, and the restaurant cooks everything exactly how you want it. Here comes our food. Here's our king crab, which was so awesome, super tasty. And we had grilled rockfish, which was very tender and flavorful. And one of my favorite dishes, spicy stir-fried octopus. And a little bit of a moving version of it. This is our second time having it in Busan. You dip it in the chojang, the spicy sour sauce, and it's just so good. And the clam soup was so savory and flavorful. And clams were super fresh. The upstairs dining area is huge and has great views of the harbor. Honestly, This turned out to be one of the best meals we've ever had in Korea. Everything was fresh, delicious, and so much fun to eat. And for how much food we ordered, it was incredibly affordable. The seafood itself cost around $100, and the cooking fee was about 20 bucks, plus 15 bucks for soju and a beer. And you know you don't have to tip in Korea.
Oh my gosh. This was alive like 2 seconds ago or 10 minutes ago.
Try it, so good.
Without dipping anything?
Yeah, don't dip it.
Wow. This is so good. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my god, that was like the best meal ever. It was an amazing experience and the ingredients were so fresh. Can't believe. What do you think?
I mean, it seems like every meal in Busan is the best meal we've ever had, but that was really freaking good. Like, really good.
Please do me a favor and visit Jagalchi Fish Market for an amazing lunch. If it's your first time in Busan, you should check out Gamcheon Cultural Village. It's become one of the city's most iconic and unique places. This neighborhood is super colorful, lively, and full of personality.
Look at the kitty.
But it wasn't always like this. Gamcheon actually began as a poor hillside community where refugees settled during the Korean War in the 1950s. And then in 2009, a major public art project transformed the entire neighborhood. Different kinds of artists repainted the homes, added murals, and created little studios and installations throughout the alleys. The result is what you see today, one of Busan's most artistic and visually stunning neighborhoods. There are small shops, restaurants, and cafes scattered throughout, so you can walk around and stop for a break with those signature alleyway views. Everyone does this little fortune-telling dispenser. It's silly, but we tried it for fun as well. Just note that the fortunes are not written in English though. Maybe Google Translator will do? There are adorable kitties all around the village, and as a cat fanatic, it was so lovely to hang out with them. You can also find special souvenirs here, from traditional ceramics to $1 socks. We found a cute cafe called The Plate, and oh my, that AC felt amazing because it was still so warm and humid in late September. It was the perfect place to cool off, relax, and soak in the charm of the village before exploring more. Overall, I highly recommend wandering around Gamcheon Cultural Village and enjoy the adorable vibe. Next, we headed out to try the Songdo Cable Car, one of the classic experiences in Busan. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't on our side. It was raining and foggy. But we decided to go anyways, hoping it might clear up, which wasn't the case, by the way. Honestly, even with the bad weather though, the ride was still really cool. The fog made everything look mysterious and almost cinematic. I wish I could have captured what I saw better. When we arrived on the other side, there was a suspension bridge that you can check out for about $1. So why not? Even in the rain, it looked beautiful. I'm really glad that we came down here. On a nice day, this place would look absolutely incredible. And again, cats. The cable car station itself has multiple floors where you can rest, take pictures, or browse a few shops, all with amazing ocean views. We grabbed some coffee here while soaking in the views. It's the kind of place where you can easily relax and unwind for a while. On the rooftop, there are lots of installations and photo spots. Pretty cute to visit with family and loved ones. Again, if the weather had been better, the views would have been even more incredible. Yes, this place is definitely touristy, but if it's your first time in Busan, this is a fun way to see this beautiful city from a different perspective. So check it out. Did you know that Busan is home to the largest shopping center in the world? That's Shinsegae Centum City Department Store, Busan. This place is basically a giant entertainment city inside one building. It has an ice rink, a movie theater, golf range, a full spa, endless shops, and so many restaurants. We didn't have too much time because we had a dinner reservation, so we just explored a couple of floors. You could easily spend several hours here, especially if you love shopping or just want to escape the heat or rain for a bit. We wanted to have a sushi omakase experience in Busan, so we made a reservation at Sushi Miura through OpenTable. When we finally arrived, they told us that there would be no other guests, so we had the entire place to ourselves. It felt like we had reserved the entire restaurant for our own private omakase, which was pretty awesome. The courses were amazing. The abalone was tender and full of flavor, and the fatty tuna just melted in my mouth. I love the variety on the menu, with not only sushi, but lots of Japanese bites that let you taste different textures and styles. The chef explained each piece as he served it, which made the whole experience feel thoughtful and personal, and the presentation was so neat and beautiful. For about $80 per person, this omakase felt totally worth it. Oh, of course, we paid for the bottle of sake, which was really good too. What a relaxing, slow, and enjoyable experience it was. We would definitely come back to Sushi Miura next time when we visit Busan again. Busan has so many amazing bars, and if you're into a classy, fancy whiskey bar scene, you will love bar Pavox in Seomyeon. I ordered a bulldog gin and tonic, and they made it exactly the way I like it. The bartenders were incredibly professional and clearly well trained. David had a black Manhattan, and his drink was fantastic too. This place has a massive whiskey library, so chances are you will find almost anything you're looking for. Ooh, look at this. I wouldn't mind a glass of this. This is definitely one of those bars where you can sit back, enjoy a perfectly crafted drink, and take in the vibe. Super cool spot. If you prefer a cozy setting, check out Dormer Bar. This place felt much more like my style. You can sit at the counter and watch the bartenders craft drinks right in front of you, which I always enjoy.
Thank you.
It looked like the head bartender has won some awards, and you can definitely feel that level of skill and pride in the cocktails. We really enjoyed the service. It felt personal and attentive while still giving you a space, and the cocktails were really good. So what do you think? Is Busan making you feel excited? This is not even a half of what we've done in Busan. There's so much more to share, including our private boat tour and a day trip to Hoetjip. So stay tuned. Until then, stay happy and stay healthy. Bye bye.